big ass, how I get that ooh.
And now back to your regularly scheduled program.
What's goody, YouTube? How's everyone doing? Welcome to the channel, or welcome back to yet another live reaction video. If you're new here for the first time, my name is TMR, and since you clicked on this video, you might as well subscribe to the YouTube channel, leave your comments down below, and enjoy this reaction video. What's goody, YouTube? What's good, TMR gang? Welcome back to the channel, and welcome back to yet a live reaction video. I'm your girl, TMR. Thank y'all so much for stopping what you were doing and meet me up in this daggone break room, y'all. Oh, boy. All right, y'all. I could not wait. The baby number 10 conversation again. Again. I said, child. And I'm gonna be honest with y'all. The video itself is really clickbait. It was her taking the kids to the pool or something or other. She talked about it at the very end of her video. I just kind of scrolled and got to the part, and I was like, Chrissy. So basically, what she's saying is her husband doesn't have any biological children of his own, and her conversation is, you know, she's wanting to give him a baby. Well, sis, if you want to give the man the baby, and I would just assume that y'all been over there doing the Humpty dance quite often. What's the problem, sis? Why you ain't gave the man the baby yet? What's the holdup? I mean, hell, you done birthed 9. What's the holdup? Now, y'all, again, I don't know Chrissy's finances, but I'm just going to assume sis ain't over there living high on hog. And the reason why I say that is, if sis was doing so swell, she wouldn't come to YouTube at all, let alone every now and then. I don't know, Nikki. I don't know how she keep getting with the men with either one kid or no children. I have no idea. I mean, Nisha, you would think so, but it's like, it's at this point, it's like, Chrissy. That conversation, Chrissy thinks because she's married, it's okay to have this conversation. In my opinion, ma'am, no, it is not. Girl, you got 9 kids. 9. It's 2025, sis. I mean, hell, it could be 2020, 20, 20, 20, 20, 20, 20, 20. How do you keep talking about having more kids? And girl, you've never possessed a vehicle to fit your whole entire family. As long as I've been watching Chrissy, she's never had a vehicle big enough to fit all them kids at the same damn time. At the same damn time. At the same time. How do you do that? But is she really married, child? Who knows? If you can't keep a steady address, I'm just going to assume that you can't keep no steady man. It'd be easier keeping a steady address. And she can't even do that. Once the man got 1 foot out the door, she started talking about a baby. Girl, it's the staycation, solo vacations. Girl, you got people with no kids that can't even find the time to take solo vacation. This a woman with 9. It always seems to be. It's coming to the internet acting like you over there living the glamorous life. Mm, since if it was that glamorous, you wouldn't still be renting. You would have been owning by now. Although she did tell us, what, about a year ago that she had bought a house, and we soon found out that was a lie. I would like to see the man who would willingly walk into that mess, baby, a mess. You said what you say, sis? Nikki said, I'm running away from any man that says he wants kids of his own and child. The doctors took my ovaries. I don't want to hear nothing about no babies. I just like, Chrissy, why do you keep coming to us with this conversation? It's like, girl, we heard you. It's like at this point, it's almost like, sis, hush. Like, hush. Like, girl, if you gonna have the baby, have it, be about 3, 4 months pregnant, and then come holler at us. All these, my husband he doesn't have his own biological, and again, I'm just trying to figure out of all the women in the world that don't have any children, and this man just so happened to apparently pick you with several Evero. If there's been talks of y'all having a baby, how come the baby ain't made it here yet? Either something wrong with his plumbing or something wrong with your plumbing, or this story ain't matching. Right? She thinks that's a cute conversation, and I'm sorry. It don't matter that you married, sis. Like, girl, you got 9 kids. Like, okay. Like, Chrissy is what, mid-30s now? I think she has a birthday coming up in August. Your oldest is soon to be graduating. I don't know. She's trying to save face for when she announces it. It's wanting to, I don't, it's rapidly trying to get pregnant when kids don't even have college funds. Like, your kids don't even have, girl, you don't. I remember back around the pandemic when she had first moved to Houston. I remember Chrissy telling us on her cooking channel. It wasn't on Strongmommy Chrissy. She was on her cooking channel. She was doing a talking video. And I remember her saying that all her kids had savings accounts. Well, sis, how does that happen when you constantly getting put out? Like, at this point, we would have to dip into that savings and save us from getting put out. No, she can't, Lady T Bug, and that's what I'm saying. Before I would have a conversation with a husband, a boyfriend, the people at the sperm bank, before I would have a conversation with anybody about having an additional child to the 9 that I already possess, I would definitely be down at the car lot and make sure I got a vehicle big enough to fit everybody. I mean, hell, that oldest girl, does she have her own car yet? Did she buy her a car? Since she's what, about what, 17 now? Did she get her a car yet? Ooh, Lady T Bug. You said I would not be having more kids than I could fit in a vehicle. I need to be able to get the heck on with and mind if anything goes down, baby. I never understood. I remember when she was with Demarcus, and this is when she was in Vegas, and Demarcus, her mom, all went to California, and I think she said they had to drive like 2 or 3 cars to get there. I think she ended up saying they drove 2 cars or something to that effect. And even after driving from Vegas to California to go on this quote unquote vacation, and you had a vehicle, and obviously you probably had to rent a vehicle, it still hasn't dawned on you. It's just her. Y'all have to go watch the video. I just couldn't even bring myself to bring the video to the channel to react to it, because like, I'm so over it at this point. It's her sitting in the car looking like acting as if she's some rich white woman. like, Chrissy, girl, stop. There's no progression with these women still talking about the same thing. I mean, it's just like the whole Starla Omega thing. Y'all remember when she came up with the personality Starla Omega? It's just like, Chrissy, girl, go sit down. There would be no talks of having a baby when just not even a year ago you were sitting in front of the house that apparently you were getting evicted from in the middle of the night at 2 something in the morning on the internet asking people for $1,000 to pay a light bill. And then soon after that debacle, then all of a sudden you married. And then the next conversation is my husband who doesn't have his own biological children. I want to give him a baby. Well, sis, give him the baby. Why do you keep coming to the internet having these frivolous conversations? Like, girl, I mean, you don't come to the internet and say we about to have sex tonight. Like, just get a man the baby and come to us when you pregnant. Like, I don't understand the premature conversation about having a baby. Like, screw and get pregnant. Like, it's just that simple. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't understand this weird conversation. I don't know. Similar Pampers with no emergency savings is crazy work. Yeah, it is. I don't know, y'all. It's just I don't. I said Chrissy loves to get the attention, and at this point, and what's so sad? The girl don't even got 10,000 views on the video, and the video was put up about 2 or 3 days ago. She don't even got 10,000 views on the video. It's like her audience is so over it. And that's another thing. Chrissy is another one. Since your audience has grown up, your audience is not the audience of 10 plus years ago. She's another one that's been on here just as long as Jasmine, if not longer. That audience has grown up, sis. That audience is buying or not buying cars, excuse me, buying homes, getting married, are already married, trying to get established in their lives and their careers, and trying to figure out better ways or more inventive ways to keep their money potential going. Nobody, I'm sorry, y'all, nobody sitting around with 9 kids with several different baby daddies, regardless if this man, quote unquote, is a husband or not. I don't think that's a cute conversation. I just don't. I don't think it's a cute conversation. Now, granted, it's a conversation that she definitely can have because it's her mouth. But it is the people like, girl, it's the people like, go ahead, Chrissy. Yeah, that's your body. And it definitely is. It definitely is her body, but it's just like, girl, your car, you don't even have a vehicle big enough to fit all those kids. Exactly, Timur. That audience has damn near raised their kids. They stopped having kids. 6 kids back. Exactly. Exactly. Especially now in these very challenging economical times where you know 18 eggs cost $6 7 depending where you live in the 50 United States. To go get 18 eggs can cost you damn near $10. Like, who the freak is having that conversation? If you met a man that does not have any children, that would be a real deep conversation we would have to have before we would even proceed on with a marriage, a committed relationship, or anything. Because once again, how do you know this man? Just like people get married, baby, they do get divorced. Like, how do you know that this man? And yeah, granted, you can get child support. Yeah, but child support is great, but don't you want the actual support of the father too? The physical support for the child? I don't get it, honey. I don't. I don't understand it. It's the weirdest conversation. Like, and it's all like her content is either Chrissy's content is either having a baby or somebody stalking her. Like lately, that's been the conversation. My thing is, Chrissy, if you're living this so-called life, and if your audience is truly your audience, why not talk to the people about what you're doing, how you're doing it? I remember back around the pandemic, once again, when Chrissy did that money challenge, the envelope thing. Child, she did that back in like 2021, 2020, somewhere right. Baby, we ain't heard no more about them damn envelopes. Daycare alone will set you back. Well, you know, daycare, you know, and then she said in the video, she said the husband basically told her he's not really pressed about having another child because he wants to give her the life that he feels like she deserves, that she never got. He wants to give her that life that she was never able to live because she became a parent at the age of 18. So since 18 up until her current age, which is about 30, mid 30s, she's been a mother basically struggling. So basically what she was saying is the husband slash doctor or the doctor husband is telling her, well, you know, I don't really want you to have another child. Although, yeah, we don't have a child that we share because I want you to have that life that you never had. Well, if you have his child, which will be his first, your 10th, and this man is a quote unquote physician, he can't still give you that life with just one other child. So if you have another child, that's just gonna totally F up the finances. Because if he wants to give you that life, aren't you already living that life? Didn't you start living that life once you became his wife? Or is there a trial period? Did he say y'all got to be married for 24 months and then he could produce that life for you? Black and bougie. It's the same. It's you know, at first it was the college boy uh fluing her out. Flying her out. Now it's the philanthropist physician. It's like, girl, what type of world do you now we do understand the internet is not a real place, but aren't y'all real people? I'm just saying. You got a doctor husband that wants to give you this lifestyle that you've never been able to have because you've been a single mom since you were 18. But just a few months ago, when your mom passed away, you did a GoFundMe. You see what I'm saying, y'all? You see what I'm saying? It just don't make like it. My thing is this: if you gonna tell the lie, at least make the lie believable. Most people who tell a story, it's so good you can't you like you get into it, you can't really tell if it's a lie or the truth because it's so damn good. It's like every time that girl tell a story, you be like, Chrissy, girl, cut it out. That's true, Teresa. And hubby, well, he wasn't at the funeral, Pearl, because you know he probably's over there saving lives. You know, that's what doctors do, depending on if you're a medical doctor. Let me say that. But it's like at this point, why keep coming to your platform telling these stories that definitely don't sound believable? And at this point, your audience ain't even here for it because you got over 200,000 followers on your platform, and not even 10,000 people clicked in to watch the video. That's true, Beverly Ross. Ms. Simmons says there's so much he can provide to make her life better than another mouth to feed. Well, apparently that's what he's telling her. Based off what she said, he don't necessarily want her to have another baby to make them whole because he wants her to live the life she's never been able to live. Well, sir, she still got a long ways to go. Hell, her youngest is just now getting ready to be what, about 5 or 6? So I don't know, y'all. It's just the strangest conversation. And I just like, Chrissy, this was like, you should have just kept the video about you and the kids at the damn pool. And what you doing with your kids for the summer? Hell, that probably would have got more views. This is the longest that Christina been without having a baby. I guess she is having withdrawals. Is that what it is? God might be trying to tell her something. Might be trying to tell her, girl, it ain't your time. I don't know, y'all. Like I said, I saw that video and I just literally was just like, oh my. I'm like, Chrissy, girl, what are you talking about? Like, this is why I don't watch Chrissy like that. I mean, to be quite honest with you, it's just she's not consistent like she used to be, for one. So I don't really keep up with her channel like that. And then when she has conversations like that, those are totally not interesting to me. You know, like I told you guys before, when I found Chrissy's channel about 6 years ago, I was amazed on how this girl, and at that time, I think she was a mom of 8. And I was amazed how this girl was buying so much food. Like, I was like, dang, that's a lot of food. All them kids. I'm like, dang, girl, you doing this all by yourself? Well, apparently she was married to DeMarcus. But when I first started watching her channel, you really couldn't tell there was a man around, because everything was like she would go to the store by herself. She would bring the groceries in by herself. And then one day I saw DeMarcus and I was like, oh, this your man, sis? Well, damn, where he been? You know? So, and then you started seeing him a little more and more and more. And then that's soon after that, that's when they moved to Vegas. I don't know, y'all. No, DBO, I kind of like I jumped through the video and I got to the end, because once I seen in the beginning she wasn't really. I kind of figured if she ain't talking about it in the very beginning, just go all the way to the end, because she won't. It's the clickbait of it all. And at this point, Chrissy got, she should have enough momentum on this YouTube thing that clickbait shouldn't even, like, somebody like McKenna Walker. We talked about her earlier in the live. She doesn't have to clickbait her videos. She simply tell you what she's doing in the video, and people just run to watch it because they thoroughly enjoy her content, her conversation, what she got. And most of the times, McKenna don't really got much going on. DeMarcus is what they call them homosexuals. That's what he was or is. Because anytime you leave the woman that you left pregnant with your child, giving her her ninth, to go get with another woman who didn't even have her own firstborn, but then you get her pregnant, but you still over here with the strings still attached to Chrissy, that right there go to show you ain't no type of man, in my opinion. We're on the brink of World War III, and Chrissy want to come up with some. Yeah, I seen that, Bluey boy. I seen that. She did say she wanted 10 to 12 kids. Okay. I don't understand that walk. But some people are just like that. Some people like the sensation or the feeling of being pregnant. I think Chrissy is one of those persons. I think she likes the attention from being pregnant. Um, I really do. I think she's just one of those people. I don't know, Capricorn. I don't know. I mean, I don't know if there's a man even actually at the house having any conversations with Chrissy, let alone telling her to go get a real 9 to 5. Nisha, that was crazy when she said that, to even it out. Not you want 10 kids to even it out. When you already had a set of twins. She doesn't even own a vehicle to carry that tribe. And I never understood that. I never understood how that wasn't important to her. When I, being a mother of 4 kids, you guys, it was important for me to have a vehicle, obviously for our family to have a vehicle big enough. Hold on, y'all. I'm sitting outside if y'all can't tell. Um, it was important for me to know that I have a vehicle big enough to fit our entire family for whenever we need to go somewhere as a whole entire family, you know? It was important. And obviously, you know, we always had two, sometimes three cars. And one of them, until the kids started getting older and obviously leaving the nest, one of them was always a minivan. Like we always had to have a minivan because we had to have a vehicle big enough to fit all these kids. Newton says, I have five, and baby, I never considered having another to even it out. Lord have mercy. Yes, honey. Well, I birthed at even four. We had, you know, we had my stepson, which is five, but I birthed four children, and never did I say, well, let me just do two more. No, no, no. But that's just me, y'all. You know, I don't know, y'all. It was just a crazy conversation, and I just looked at her in that video, and I was like, girl, you sound so ignorant. Like your audience is not here for baby talk. You know, like somebody in the chat just said, the majority of her audience is already either finished raising their kids or damn near finished raising their kids. If I got me a 17-year-old, soon to be 18, and I got eight other kids behind that 17-year-old, in my opinion, the last conversation would be having another baby. Yeah, no. Mm-mm. Getting these kids raised up and hopefully, you know, getting to the finish line where she can successfully say that she got all her kids out of school. Everybody has a high school diploma. Prayfully, folks start to go off to college or get some type of trade or something like that. Like concentrate on the ones that's here and their accomplishments and their milestones and where they need to be. You know, I never, like I said, I never understood Chrissy's crazy conversation. And this was even before she apparently had this miscarriage. You know, it was the talk of the baby number 10 even before that. Hell, I only have one and she has six. Hell, I only have one and she six and even. I'm not trying to go backwards, and we the same age. Yeah, that's true, sis. We have five. We have a minivan and a SUV too, girl. I mean, I'm just saying, boo, honey. I never, and I thought about it the other day. Chrissy has never had a vehicle big enough to fit all her family. When the twins were born in December, my son had to get rid of his car and got a SUV because he now has three in car seats and the other two kids. Right. That, I mean, that makes sense. How else you gonna get the kids around? And to be honest with you, like how did Chrissy manage never to how did she manage all these years never having to get everybody in the car at the same time? Even when she took these kids to the pool, unless the pool is in the community where she lives at, how did you get all them kids to the pool at the same time? Or are you still making two trips? She doesn't like the look of a family car. I mean, that's obvious. That's obvious. Married couples have good channels, and if he's a doctor, that would be even better content. Chrissy know better. If she is truly married to somebody who's a doctor, Chrissy know damn better to bring that man to the internet. My thing is this. We know the world is big, but yet it's so small. How come nobody has spotted Chrissy out with said man? Now, anytime y'all seen y'all spot Jasmine out, y'all spot Olivia out, y'all done spotted everybody. But how come y'all ain't never spotted Chrissy out with this man? Now, mind you, Chrissy live in Denver, Colorado. How come y'all ain't never spot this man, but this woman out with this said man? Now we do understand that the man apparently didn't come to the funeral, so does he not go anywhere else with her? Woo Honey said, girl, because there is no man, that's why you ain't spotted her with one. I'm just saying, y'all, Colorado is a big state. I'm sure Chrissy got Colorado viewers. Ain't nobody spotted her out with this man. I've never seen a person who wants all those children and don't want to look like it. Beverly Ross said, I think she lying. That's true, Steve. Just made it home. I'm going to go jump in the shower. Okay, well, thanks for stopping in, baby. I'm just saying, DBO, how come nobody ever spotted this lady out? Now, apparently, she had somebody pull up at the mama's funeral, and the man wasn't there. From what the internet said, the man wasn't there who saw the videos. Yeah, Nikki, you got a caravan and you love it. I don't know, y'all. Like I said, I just think it's a weird conversation. I haven't been over to Liv's channel. I know tomorrow's her birthday. I haven't been over there. I'm sure she's gonna go live wherever she is. Y'all know the last time we talked about Olivia, she said she had a date for her birthday. I said, not you got a date before you get an actual address. I said, baby, these people's priorities be all effed up. Not you got a date before you get your own address. You dating down at your sister's house. I said, baby, diabolical. You hear me? That don't even make sense to me, girl. I wish I would. Be all trying to date and don't even got my own address. Mm-mm. Nah, I ain't doing it. She was live today, still talking about her kids and Gerard. Oh, was she? What's she talking about her kids and Gerard for, jail? Didn't she leave them? What's the conversation? Suze said she was loud and proud too. What she keep what baby. Mm-mm. Even Raquel made a special appearance. Oh, did she? She posted some B-Day pics. Okay, I'm gonna have to go take a look. Yeah, Olivia is a trip. But you know what's so funny though? When we talked, remember y'all, we talked the other day about Jasmine and her saying she gained that weight back. She gained like 34 pounds back. A lot of y'all corrected me. I thought Jasmine took the injections like Olivia did. Olivia said that she took the compound. She didn't take the actual GLP-1. She's taking the compounds of a GLP. So like she's taking a compound of a chemical that's in Ozempic. Trizeptide, I think she said. I can't think of the name of the medication she said. But you know what? I didn't know this, and you guys corrected me. I thought Jasmine was on injections. What she was taking was some type of lipo shots and phentermine and the B12. That's what she was taking. So apparently, once you get off those lipo shots, then the fat can kind of settle back where it was, being sucked from, I guess. And the phentermine, if you don't continue, which is kind of weird because you can get phentermine, the prescription for like $12. So I don't know. So apparently Jasmine didn't do the shots. I thought she did, but Olivia did. Y'all, I'm not trying to be funny or anything, but Olivia does, in my opinion, look better than Jasmine. But Olivia's been on these injections for over a year now, because I think she started March of last year, is what she said. And y'all, it's already June. So she and Olivia doesn't have any health insurance, so she's paying for those injections out of her pocket. Probably that's probably why Olivia's been acting, back when she was in Texas a few months ago, all last year, 2024. That's probably why she was acting like a damn fool in all them videos, because sis had to make sure she had the injection money every month. And probably why. I know at one point she said she was sponsored, and then I don't know how long that sponsorship lasts, but obviously she would have had to go and pay for it herself. Yeah, Liv definitely, and Olivia did the injections, and she's also working out too. And one thing I could say about Olivia, she works with the calorie and the protein at the same time. I don't really hear Jasmine speak much of protein because y'all, when you're trying to be where you're eating healthier, when you're on them GLP-1s, you got to take in just as much protein as the calories, right? Because the protein kind of eats up the calorie. I don't ever really remember Jasmine mentioning her calorie protein intake. Like when she would mention something, I know she did protein shakes, but anybody will tell you protein shakes, okay, yeah, you can do protein shakes as a supplement, but you really want to actually eat your protein instead of drinking your protein. So that's like salmon, like fit salmon and chicken and um, almonds and pistachios and cottage cheese and Greek yogurt and eggs, and you know what I'm saying. You want to eat more of that. You want to actually eat your protein than to just drink it. So I don't think I think Jasmine did more like a yo-yo diet. Hence the reason why her weight is yo-yoing back. Plant-based plant-based meats as well. And tuna too. The tuna is also a good source of protein. Which Miss Corey, that's not good because you're taking in so much sodium. And let's be honest, those TV dinners don't have a lot of protein in them because they got more sodium than anything. Jasmine's issue is that she could use a lot of sugar. You said Jasmine lost all that weight before her on her own until she met Chris. She should have never got off track. But that's true. It's easy to get off track. I just, and this is not again, this is not to tear Jasmine down because y'all know, you know, losing weight can be hard for a lot of people, right? Um, but I just personally feel like Olivia does look a lot better than Jasmine. She just does, and that's love or hate Olivia. The facts is the facts. Amphetamine will have you looking and acting like a base head, not a base head. Jasmine better watch it using that long term. It's not good for your heart. Yeah, I don't know. But you disagree to what, Mars? What you disagree to? Jazz fell off because of how she has been eating. Once you that no eating habit starts, you can't revert back. Okay. Well, not only did she do that amphetamine, but y'all know she was doing that pre-workout and those energy drinks. Like, God, that's a lot. That's a lot on your heart. I'm reading y'all comments. And she does who? The Catalina. Ooh, so you think that played Martha and she do that Cocalina. Oh my God. That is horrible. That is so horrible. Off topic a little bit, y'all. Did y'all see what happened in Milwaukee, Wisconsin the other day? The young lady who was unalived by her mother, well, her brother, her 15-year-old brother actually unalived her. It was caught on Facebook Live from the neighbors that was watching the drama that was going on in the streets of the apartment the sister lived in, the mother, the mother, her son, and the girl who was unalived's sister pulled up at the sister's house, somehow got her outside and was arguing and fighting with her. And the brother, the sister, there was another sister, and the sister who was unalive were fighting each other. And then the 15-year-old brother came in between them in point blank rage, um, shot the sister. I think she was like 29 years old. Did y'all see that? Yes. This just happened the other day. Well, just yesterday, they arrested the mother. The brother was already in custody, and then the sister. So the sister is like 21. The mother was like some, I think, like late 40s. The girl that was unalive, she was 29, had 3 or 4 little children. But y'all, all of this was caught on Facebook Live. There were neighbors in the apartment across the street from where this chaos was happening. They went live and was videoing it because it was, commotion in the street. And you hear it in the live when the brother shot the sister and she just fell to the ground. I said, not your mama then brought your brother and your other sister to your apartment to fight. And apparently the sister who was unalive had a restraining order on her mother. Can you imagine having a restraining order on the woman who birthed you into the world? I said, baby, it's a lot going on in this world. Oh, really, Steve? Yeah, I did see Stephanie and Drew on TikTok. Somebody had them on TikTok where Stephanie is still trying to go with this portraying this her and Drew are breaking up because he's not giving her what she wants. And when he changes his route, like y'all know he does gig work, I guess door dashing or something. And when he changes his route, he has to call Stephanie and tell Stephanie that he's changing his route. And I guess Stephanie calls herself jealous, or I don't know. I have to go back and watch it again. Those resilient Jenkins people are so trashy. I was like, oh God. That's true, Mars. There's just so much going on. Yeah, but I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I don't feel sorry for Stephanie, sis. This is what you signed up for, so that's what you got. Okay, that's what you got. Anytime you dealing with a man that was okay in cahoots with stuffing you, his child, y'all children, the ones that were belong to you, and the ones y'all share together, all in a 1 bedroom. There's a clip where, and I'm gonna find a clip. I think I saved it. I'm gonna find it and I'm gonna bring it to y'all on Monday. There's a clip where somebody asked Drew why won't he go get a job to get them out of the hotel. Drew says he doesn't like to work traditional jobs because he doesn't like he doesn't like being under the control of other people. Yeah, Jazz is supporting Stephanie. Yes. Drew said that he does not like to work because he does not like to be in control of other people. Like he doesn't like to have people in control of him. And he does not like to be in one place for a long period of time. And I'm thinking to myself, so do you think when you're door dashing that you so DoorDash don't control you? Go pick up an order and don't deliver it and see how long you'll be door dashing. Do that. Do that like 5 orders or 10 orders in a row. Pick up somebody's food and don't deliver it to them, and see how long you'll stay on the DoorDash platform. They will kick your ass off quickly. So then when I heard that man say, and he was sitting right next to Stephanie. Stephanie sitting right there looking at her big goofy eyes. I said, baby, the stuff that y'all would do for some DICK. I said, nah, he don't like to be controlled. Well, is that the reason why you had you and your woman and all these kids stuffed up in a one bedroom? Because you didn't want to be forced to pay the rent to house a family of your size? I said, Stephanie, and you felt compelled to get this man yet another baby? Okay, girl. So when you dealing with somebody like that, how can you feel sorry for a woman who puts up with a man? This your man, girl. This the man that you procreating with. And he telling you, basically, he don't want to take care of y'all with guaranteed hourly salary. He want to go out every day and just hope and pray that he makes his quota, whatever that quota may be, $50, $60, $70. Well, that's obvious that he don't want to pay child support. But the biggest thing, I mean, that obviously Drew don't want to pay child support, and he don't want to. He wants. I'm sorry, I can't even get it out, y'all. Let me tell y'all something. My heart does not skip a beat for a man that don't want to work. My heart, I cannot. My heart cannot skip a beat for a man that does not want to provide, especially a man that has a family. Regardless if he's pregnant, excuse me, regardless if Stephanie is his wife or not, she is the woman that has his children, and he also has other children. My heart can never skip a beat for a man that does not want to provide. I don't understand that. Like, especially if you got small children. And it's Stephanie sitting up there saying, oh, okay, so you don't want to go get a real job and help me with these real bills called rent, light and gas and water and condo? Oh, okay. Well, let me get on the internet. This Stephanie talking. Let me get on the internet and sensationalize my entire family so I can make money since you don't want to go make the money. I have no idea, Black and Bougie. Desiree got a custody lawyer and they shook now and should. And should. Because how the hell you going to tell this woman she can't see her child? I can't even, Beverly Ross. Now, let me say this to y'all. I understand people get down on their luck. People lose jobs. People get laid off. People get fired. And sometimes people get fired to no fault of their own, right? I understand that. I'm not diminishing that. It's the part where you're not trying to do better for me. That's the thing. Drew can go out there tomorrow and slip and fall and hurt his back. DoorDash gig work doesn't give you short-term disability. Can you even get unemployment? You can't even get unemployment off of gig work, can you? I don't know. Can you? So in the event that something happens to you, or you can go get in a car accident and you're physically hurt. DoorDash is not going to pay you while you're off because you're a contract worker. So, I don't understand why people don't think like that. I don't understand why people don't feel like in the event that something happens, I need a backup plan. And most times, depending on if your job has, oh shoot, hold on, doc. Most times, depending on if your job has uh benefits, you can benefit from having insurance, health insurance, long term, short term disability, AFLAC. You can benefit from things like that when you're working. Not I'm not bashing or minimizing gig work because some money beats no money on any day, right? So some money beats no money on any day. However, especially for that man who can go work a full-time job. He definitely can. Hell, he loved that video game so much. Why don't you get into I don't know, uh video design? I don't know, y'all. Like I said, I don't Jasmine supporting Stephanie makes all the sense in the world to me. Cause Goofy is as Goofy does. And Stephanie Goofy, Jasmine Goofy. So two Goofies teaming up makes sense to me. But and then, Jasmine was another woman that was supporting the man. And finally, Chris decided to say, you know what? Let me get my ass on and go and get me a job because I don't plan on being here that long. And if y'all notice, once Chris got in real good with that job, you see he left Jasmine's house soon after. It wasn't a full year, and that man was out the damn door. Probably when he got his first promotion, and he probably said, "All right." He was planning his exit. I don't understand. Back to Stephanie and Drew, the resilient Jenkins. I don't understand how Stephanie thinks Drew won't wake up one morning and say, "Hey, I don't want you no more." Why does she think that couldn't possibly happen? Shit, it happened to people every damn day. Hell, you see Cardi B and Offset ain't together anymore. So why does Stephanie think that Drew won't wake up one morning and decide he don't want to live this life for her no more? Then what you gonna do? You think your TikTok family gonna come save you? Girl, they'll come listen to the videos and they might send you a couple with some little things they do on TikTok. They might send you a heart or whatever them little things they do to give you money. You may get a couple cash apps, but girl, they're not gonna take care of you forever, ever, forever, ever. That's true with love. So I don't know, y'all. The whole we didn't got to like a whole different conversation, but going back to Chrissy, I just shook my head. I just wish Chrissy would stop. Girl, if you gonna have another baby, heifer, just have it. Holler at us when you at the hospital getting ready to push. All this teasing and preludes of possibly getting pregnant again. I mean, girl, at this point, if it works for you, it works for you. One thing's for sure, two things for certain. We ain't got to take care of the baby. We ain't got to watch it. We ain't got to feed it. We ain't got to burp it. We ain't got to do nothing. We don't got to do any of that. So whatever Chrissy plans to do with whatever phantom man she got over there, sis, you go right on. You go right on. Hold on, Beverly. Let me see what you said. I remember one time I gave this young man a couple of dollars. I'm looking at him from my car buying drugs, and I was pissed. Yeah, sis, that's why you gotta be careful giving your money to people. D. Nikki said, "Who cares, girl?" Steve said, Jazz said in the vid she wouldn't pay for a man. She wouldn't pay for a man anymore? Because she damn sure paid for Chris and Philip. Every time Philip got his ass locked up, Jasmine was down there pawning that damn iPad, iMac computer of hers. Every time. Damn, well, let me say this. Damn near every time. That man would get locked up. Sis would run down there and pawn her computers and cameras and everything else to get Philip out of jail. And we all seen what she did for Chris. Y'all can sit up here and think she didn't pay for Chris if you want to. It started with the $80 on the pillow. Who can ever forget? Baby, we will never forget when Jasmine did that video. This is before we actually seen Chris, when he was over there rubbing on her like a damn reptile. We will never forget. It was Chris' birthday, because if y'all know, Jasmine and Chris' birthdays both are in September. She's a Virgo, he's not. He's later September. And Jasmine did that video where she went to Dollar Tree and Bath and Body Works, and she set up this when she was living in apartments before they moved into that house. This was before little Legendary was born. And Jasmine put that $80 on the damn pillow. I said, girl, you couldn't even put the full 100, not the 420, sis. I said, you should have put $8, $10 bills. You know what I'm saying? The more bills, it look like more money. You should have went and got $81 bills. So he could have threw some of that money back at your ass. Baby, when I seen her put the $80 on a pillow, I said, oh, yeah, something wrong with you. And then we never seen Chris do that for her. Jenny said, I remember the $80, sis. How can I forget? Jasmine, you got so many numbers over there. Girl, the $80 on the pillow was the killer for me. I said, not on the pillow. Girl, you should have just got a card and stuck it in the card. Miss TLD said, I remember that video. Still hilarious to me. $80 in a Dollar Tree. Baby, $80 in Dollar Tree. I said, baby, a mess. So Jasmine can say all she wants to about she'll never pay for a man. You mean you'll never do it again? Because sis, don't act like you have never done it, because you definitely have. I mean, there's video proof of it. There's video proof of it. Girl, a mess. You hear me? A whole entire mess. You know what? We should go back and react to some of them old videos. I think I do got the reaction. I have to go find it, y'all, because I got so many reaction videos. The other channel she had made up on. I hope you reviewed the clip of her on the other channel. What other channel, Steve? When you said, who you talking about, Jasmine? And Gia said, and at that moment, Hips knew she was slow. That video was hilarious. I'm hearing she married this guy for him to have citizenship papers, and he's paying her. That sounds like something Chrissy would do. Oh, really? What? What? So what? Chrissy got a Porsche situation over there? Now she done married somebody for citizen papers, baby. I wouldn't doubt it. I wouldn't doubt it. No, no, Pearl. Miss TLD said, I ain't buying your ass a pack of cigarettes, let alone a whole truck. You ain't getting it. You're not getting it. Miss TLD said, access denied. She won't spend that 80 on any of them kids. Baby, we ain't never seen her put $80 on the pillow for them children. I remember this was recently, one of them kids, the tooth fairy. What happened with the tooth? I can't remember what happened with the tooth fairy. It was something Jasmine did that was so silly. I can't even remember now. Someone already said that she's still married to DeMarcus. They looked it up. What? So if she's still married to DeMarcus, how she done married the physician African man? Okay, I'll go take a look at it. See, I'll go take a look at it. Okay, y'all, that's my time. Baby, we've been on here for an hour. I already know it go by fast. I just had to get on here with y'all. Baby, I don't put nothing past Chrissy. Trust me, anything Chrissy got going on, you best believe it's some type of something ain't right. Okay, something ain't right in that buttermilk. If it got anything to do with Chrissy, something ain't right in that buttermilk over there. 3 minutes in, okay. Let me go back and look what you. Okay, I'll go look at it. I remember the Houston blog where they took a trip together and she would not put that damn camera up, filming him trying to lay down in bed, and I was like, "You, oh yeah, that's when oh toy, yeah, girl, that's when Jasmine told us that she don't buy for apples down there. Yeah, Jasmine, big grown ass said she don't slob on the knob. I said, girl, that's your big grown ass. You don't slob on the line, but the word on the curse said somebody said you licking on the kitty. Ooh. I said, Jasmine. Yeah, that's when we discovered that Jasmine said, she don't do the head doctor thing. I said, yikes. Not you know. I said, Jasmine, you should have kept that to yourself, girl. We did not need to know that you do not like to please your man downstairs. Jasmine said, I ain't going downtown. I said, oh, okay, girl. I mean, to each his own. That's your thing. If that ain't what you do, sis, that ain't what you do. You said, to be fair, who gonna give Jazz some? Steve! Stop it! Stop it! What you say, Toy? Oh my God. I seen the video Jazz and Chris taking a trip to the girl when I put the camera. Oh, okay, I read that. Yeah, that one. Yeah. Look on that kitty cat. Anisha said Jazz said her coochie enough to eat. Yeah. Ah. Jazz said, I don't do that. Jazz said, I'm a lady. Jazz said, do you want me to do what? To who? Lick where? Jasmine said, oh, I'm a lady. I said, girl, that's why that man ain't sitting over there no more. He got somebody else doing what you was supposed to be doing. I said, oh, poor Jasmine over there, girl. Now, Chrissy tell you everything else. She ain't tell you what to do to keep that man over there. Now, anytime Chrissy can keep going to get the men with no cheering, you might want to listen to, ain't you and Chrissy talking again? You might want to listen to what she's telling you, girl. Chrissy keep getting the man with no cheering, and apparently they sticking around. Now, I don't know if it's for pay or not, but they over there. Okay, girl. I said, poor Jasmine, poor baby. When you and Liv was friends, Jasmine, she didn't tell you what to do. I know she told you, girl. See, that's why you need to listen. But I've always told y'all, Jasmine hard-headed. But Jasmine lay right in that bed with her man and told us, honey, she ain't getting that ninja no head. I said, yikes. But did Chris know that before he got in the bed with you, girl? I said, oh, well, I guess, girl, if that works for you, honey. Yikes. Chris had too much bottom for me. She said I would have passed too. Yeah, Miss TLD said, Jazz, you're going to have to incorporate some mouth work, ma'am. Maybe someone might stick around, girl. Well, Philip didn't mind. He gave a four cheering. Well, see, you know why Philip didn't mind? Oh, God help me. Y'all know why Philip didn't mind? Because he said, you're not going to, okay, don't, he said, don't even worry about it, Jasmine. Don't. I got somebody else to handle it. But I'll be home later on tonight, all right? Ow, my God. I bet your head over there slobbing on that knob. Okay, girl. Let me shut up. Let me get out of here before y'all get me in trouble. I'm gone. I'm out of here. Y'all be good. Y'all be great. I'm not gonna see y'all in the next one, honey. So much love. Bye.